Hi, I'm Meg Summers and I'm about to take you through a beginner yoga sequence. This sequence is based on the Yoga Synergy water sequence. So if you're a beginner, enjoy, take your time. You don't have to do everything. Do what you can. Back off if you need. Stepping the feet hip width apart. A little bend in the knees, a little tuck of the tail. Lift the elbows slightly, but draw the shoulders down. And feeling your way ever so slightly forward, still grounding the heels, but feeling the weight between the balls of the toes and the heel. Feeling the breath moving through the nose, into the belly. Breathe into your belly. And when you're ready, let a little breath in. We'll lower the arms. Shoulders roll in. Flex the wrists. Shoulders roll out. Extend the wrists. Bring the palms together, reach the arms up. Throat forward, chin up. Look up if comfortable. And then lower the arms. Shoulders roll in. Shoulders roll out. Bring the palms together, reach the arms forward and up. You see here we're getting some spinal movement happening. We're going to see about going down on the toes, but if you need to lower the heels, please do. Shoulders roll in. Just bend as much as is comfortable for your body. Shoulders roll out. Reaching up. Maybe coming up. We'll lower the heels and go down again. Again, just bending as far as is okay for you. No strain in the knees. If there's strain, back right off until you feel fine. Coming into a bent knee position, and then we release. Let's turn the right fingers in, under left. So right wrist is under left, palms together. We'll reach the arms forward and up. From here, option to lift up onto the toes. Breath in, through the nose. Breath out. Let's lower the heels, coming center. Left fingers swivel in, bending knees. Reaching forward, shoulders pull down, away from the ears so the neck can move easily. Option to stay or push it up onto the toes. You don't have to do more. Exhale and only do more if it feels okay. If it feels good, in fact, more than okay. Let's interlace the fingers behind the back. Drawing the shoulders back. If this is too strong on your shoulders, hands to hips. From here, option to lift up onto the toes. Breath in, exhale. Maybe go deeper, maybe not. And come back up. Turning the right fingers in. Reach the arms forward and up. We'll come into the side bends here. So as you inhale, lengthen up through your left side. Breath in. Exhale, bend to right. A little pull of that left armpit across towards the right side. And then come back up. Bring it back center. Left fingers turn in. Breathing in, reach up through that right side. Exhale, bend to left. When the belly is firm, you feel strong, come back up. And bring it center. Right fingers in once again. We're coming into a twist, reaching the arms forward and up. A little pull of those shoulders forward so that you feel a broadness across the back and you can easily move your head. Breathing in as you twist. A little push forward with the hips so you're turning from the spine, not the hips. And then we'll bring it center. Left fingers in. As you inhale, twist. Exhale. Feel the belly firm and come back center. Lower the arms. Let's move through a lunge sequence now. We'll bring the backs of the hands together, reach up, breath in. Bring the hands down. Stepping the left foot back. Make sure your right knee is directly over your ankle. We'll tuck the tail, tuck the chin. Lengthening the back body. Breathe in, draw the chest forward. Chin in. Coming to high lunge is an option. Otherwise, you can stay low. Backs of the hands reach together, reach up, shoulders roll in. And then we'll come back down. Let's step it back through to plank. So we've got high plank or plank on the knee option. We'll start simple. Lower down. If it's hard for you to lower, belly first. Half lift, breath in. Lifting the hands if you can there. Chin in, hands down, push it back up. We're coming to downward dog on the knee option. Notice my head is off the floor. My sit bones pull down towards my heels and my shoulders roll in. Feel the breath. From here, we're going to step both feet up toward the hands. And hands to legs. Lift the chest, breath in. Forward fold, breath out. Don't hesitate to bend those knees. No stress in the back. Right foot back for lunge. Left knee directly over the ankle. Once again, tail in, chin in. Breathing in. Chin in once again. Option to high lunge. Breath in as you reach up. Breath out as you come down. We'll take it back to plank again. You've got option high plank or on the knees, lower down. Belly first if it's hard. Half lift. Stay, or those of you who want to do a full upward facing dog, pull the feet down, hands pull down, lengthen through the front body. We'll take it back to downward dog. So you could come onto the knees again. Or we'll lift up into a full downward dog. Here we want to support the spine and the joints. So a light pressure into the hands so you feel your muscles active. Releasing those heels down just as far as they'll go. As you exhale, gently firm the lower belly. And as you inhale, lift the spine away from the floor, breathing into the upper back. At the end of your next exhale, when you feel your belly firm, look up toward the hands and step both feet up. Half lift, breath in, forward fold, breath out. A bend in the knees. We'll come all the way up. Backs of the hands come together, reach up. And low. Stepping back with the left leg. We're coming into triangle pose. Back heel slightly closer to the back edge of the mat. Front foot turning straight ahead. From here, tail under, breathing in, lift up. Feel the space and then side tilt. We'll bring right hand to leg, left hand to belly. And just for a moment, feel the diaphragm move in your belly as you breathe in. And out. Elbow pulls up, wrist pulls up, fingertips pull up. Look to where's comfortable, either down to the side or up if you can do so with balance. At the end of the exhale, we'll look down, firm the lower belly, and then come back up. This time we're going to turn the back foot 45 degrees, which if you think about it as half a right angle, so right angle foot would be turned out to the side, you turn it in toward the corner. From here, hands to hips, tuck the tail, breath in. And then forward fold from the hips, breath out. Go as deep as you can without stressing your body. If you want, you can bend the knee. If you can reach the floor, you can reach the floor. But that is not the goal. The goal is to create strength and flexibility without stressing the body and to feel good. We'll come up. We come into a little twist here, so leaning onto the toe of the back foot. Left finger to shoulder, so we're turning the body toward the right side. Stay or lift the back leg. come through. Bring the left toe tip down in front. And release. Let's try the other side. Bending the knees, stepping back. Back foot turning in slightly so the heel slightly further back. Front foot straight ahead, hands to hips. Breath in. And side tilt. Bring the hand down. Hand to belly. Feel the diaphragm, move your belly. And from here we'll pull elbow up, wrist up, fingertips. But again, look to where you feel most supported, either down to the side or up. At the end of the exhale, we'll come back up, pushing through the feet. Let's turn the back foot 45 degrees. Hands to hips. Breathing. Pull the tail down as you lengthen up with that inhale. And then forward fold. A third to halfway, just as far as you can. And then breathing in, if you can go deeper, exhale deeper. Maybe hands to floor. Maybe not. Pressing through the balls of the feet, grounding the heels. Activate the legs, lifting the kneecaps. At the end of the exhale, we'll come up. I'm going to turn now toward the left side, so right finger to shoulder, pulling that little finger back, pulling back through the heel of the left hand, which encourages a spinal rotation. We try and keep those hips level, so if you can, pull the inner thigh up, pressing through the ball of the foot. Balance can be tricky, so if you do lose your balance, no worries, it's all a part of the body adjusting. And every day is different. Sometimes I lose my balance. Some days I don't. Feet together. From here, we're going to move back into a side angle pose. So, bending the knees, we'll step a long step back. Once again, back heel slightly closer to the back of the mat or the room than the little toe. You can either stay on hand or forearm. We're going to lower the left hand and lift it up to make a diagonal line from the outside edge of your left foot right up through to your fingertips. Drawing the right hip down, breathing in, lift up through the left side. You could stay, or if you did have more flexibility and you wanted to go deeper, you could. Again, down with the gaze or to the side, or a little tuck of the chin to look up. Let's lower the hand and come back up. We'll take it into a forward lunge, so onto toe or back foot, reaching the arms up. If there's any stress in the body, do less. Change it as you need. Shoulders forward, step forward. Bringing the toe down, option, or you could add a little more to lift the knee. Let's change sides. Bending the knees, long step back. Coming down onto hand or forearm, or floor if you can. Right hand lowers and then lifts. And once again, we're seeing about lengthening through this time the right side of the body. So as you inhale, see if you can lift those right ribs. Rolling shoulder in, shoulder pulls up. You get this beautiful side stretch. A gentle pull of the left hip down toward the floor. And again, just turn the head to where it's comfortable. And then we'll lower the hand and come back up. We're coming into a lunge, reaching the arms up. Checking that you're not stressing the lower back. So if you know that you're feeling it here, bend the knee, tuck the tail, and then contemplate straightening again. You don't have to straighten it. Shoulders roll in. Maybe you even look up here if balance is with you, if the force is with you. Shoulders come forward, reach forward. There we go. Toe down or knee up option. And release. From here, stepping it out once again to the left. temple pose. So toes turning out 45 degrees. We're going to roll the shoulders in, bringing the fingertips towards one another. So you're flexing the wrists. Breath in. And then roll the wrists, pull the fingers down. Breath out. Inhale, turn the fingers up. Exhale, fingers pull in. Take extra breaths if you need. Pushing up, breath in. Left hand forward, right hand back. Exhale. Coming up, breath in. And lowering, breath out. Coming up. We'll bring the hands down the center line, coming into a forward fold. So if you can, you'll take the hands to the ground. If you need, you can always have hands to hips if it feels too strong. So don't do more. Let's swivel those toes in. Breathing in, lift the upper back, lift the chest. And forward fold, breath out. So you're in a forward bend. Focusing on the feet, a little grip with the toes, lift the insteps. Round the inner heels, lift the kneecaps. And feel the length through the body, so check you're not rounding. Lengthen, lift that chest. And we'll inhale, lift, coming into a twist. Left hand center, right hand either to hip or reach it up. Feel the breath. And then we'll change sides. Breath in. Maybe hand to hip. Breath out. Moving into that twist. And check that you're not really twisting those hips. So if you can, lift the right hip. And then we'll come back center. Swivel on the heels, turn the toes out. Coming up. Temple pose. We'll turn the front foot forward. We're going to transition here from the back leg to the front leg. Make sure that as you bend, there's no stress in the knees. If there is, bend less. Sometimes the knee doesn't quite travel correctly in its pathway and we end up with a bit of pain there. So make sure you're not feeling any pain as you move. No pain in your joints. Let's change sides. So we're going to come out to do temple again. Palms together. Little press of the palms, a tuck of the tail. Option here to lift it up onto the toes. You don't have to, only if it feels good. A challenge, but good. Feel the breath. We'll lower the heels. This time we're going to see about turning those heels out and taking hold of the ankles maybe. If you prefer hands to floor, go there. If you prefer hands to hips, there. But whatever you do, remember you're lengthening. So not rounding excessively. Lift the chest, forward fold. A little grip with the fingers so you activate through the arms, the elbows wide. Exhale, gently firm the lower belly. As you feel the last of the exhale, press out, the lower belly draws in. Work with it. The end of the exhale will lift. I'm going to see about walking the hands out in front. So a half a metre to a metre in front, just depending on your flexibility. I'm going to see about shifting some weight into the hands. As you exhale, once again, firm the lower belly. Inhale, breathe into the chest, broaden the front, sides and back of the chest. As you exhale, firm the lower belly. And we'll see about leaning it forward, bringing the shoulders over the wrists, maybe over the fingertips. And then we'll lower the heels. Walk the hands in. Swivel on the toes, bring the heels in, coming back up through our temple pose. And making our way back through to the front of the mat. Arms out, shoulder height, transition. Back leg to front leg. Toe down or knee up. From here, coming through an Utkatasana. power pose. Deep bend of the knees. Reach the arms forward and up. Breath in. Forward fold. Breath out. Lift. Breath in. Ground the hands. Step back or jump. Could be a jump. Could be a step. We're going to lower down, moving through a vinyasa. So either on your knees or high plank. Lower down. Half lift option. Upper back lifts. Breath in, chest forward, throat forward, chin up. Stay or full up dog to down dog. On the knees if you need. Pressing through the hands, lifting the hips high. Steady, even flow of breath through the nose. From here, try a forearm balance. We'll come down onto the knees. Placing the thumbs about an inch apart. Elbows sit under the shoulders. You see about lifting the upper back. So you feel your armpits pull in, your lower ribs pull in. That means your back is feeling supported and you might look down. But if that's too strong, keep the chin tucked in. And that could be enough for you, but if it's not, you might want to lift the knees up. Pressing through the palms, lifting those hips high. Some people like to lift one leg. And then the other. And as you lift, maintain that broadness through the upper back. Pressing into the hands, a little pull of the elbows towards one another. Upper back broad. And then we'll lower down. Making your way back through to downward dog. So you could go straight to down dog or we'll do a vinyasa. Rolling forward into plank, maybe on your knees, lower. Option to half lift, option to full lift. Down dog. Let's jump through to sitting. So either coming onto your knees, step, step, or if you'd like to challenge yourself a little bit more, we're going to see about crossing the legs. So top of the foot on the floor, cross to come to sitting. Easier said than done. Coming into Savasana. So we'll bend up the right knee, point the foot. Make sure the knee joint is sealed so you actually use the muscles rather than just grab it. And from here, we'll square off towards the extended leg. Breath in. And forward bend. Breath out. So only going as far as your body is willing. Don't feel you have to force. It's better to do less, breathe into it, and feel the connections than to push. You'll get so much more out of it and you'll want to do it again. And inhale. Exhale, gently firm the lower belly. And then we'll come up. Let's see about bringing that left foot now across to the right knee. Could be to the inner knee, could be over the top. Now if all of this is feeling really a bit too much pretzel for you, like you can't bend that much, cross-legged instead. I'm going to twist. So either hand and knee if you're cross-legged or a little hug of the knee. Maybe you can do a bit more. Left fingertips just reaching behind. Grounding through your left hip. As you exhale, firm the lower belly. As you inhale, lengthen up. The end of the exhale, we'll look forward. And then release. Changing sides. Savasana. Janu means knee. Shus means head. That's the advanced name for the pose, not the beginner. So more for the beginner, it would be perhaps chest, knee pose, because you're bringing your chest towards your knee rather than your head. From here, breathing in, lift. Breathing out, forward fold. And again, doesn't matter how much flexibility you've got. You're not here to be flexible. You're here to increase the flow of energy in your body. You're here to connect with your body. Feel the breath and feel the connection between body and mind. At the end of the exhale, exhale. At the end of the exhale, we'll bring now the right foot across, so you could sit cross-legged. We'll bring foot to inner knee, foot over the top, and we'll twist, either hugging the knee, hand to knee, or you might twist a little deeper. So again, we're thinking about grounding that hip. If your foot's in the way, you just got to slide it out a little. So trying to ground through that hip. And see if you can feel the tailbone tuck under here. And then lengthen up through the spine. Rather than think about where you're going and forcing it there or looking to where you're going, turn the mind inward. Feel where the spine is positioned. Work with it. Create space. You'll find there's much more room than you thought initially. Let's bring it back center. From here. Optional half vinyasa. So either cross-legged forward bend, just allowing those hips some space, or we're going to cross the legs or tuck the feet to the side to take it back through to plank. Option on the knees to lower. Option to half lift. Upper back lifts, chest lifts, then chin. Then upward dog also. Chest lift, throat forward, chin up. Last. Down dog. On the knees if you need. You can always go onto the knees. High downward dog option. At the end of the exhale, we'll come through to sitting. So, either on the knees or once again cross legs. Top of the foot on the floor. Cross. Come into cross leg. Make sure there's no strain in your joints. Let's bring the feet together and knees out wide. Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. So in Baddha Konasana, there's a couple of ways it can be done. It can be done with the feet together. I personally prefer to have a go at opening the soles of the feet. We walk on so many flat surfaces. It's a really nice opportunity to move the ankles in a different way. And if your knees are high, that's okay. That's where they are. And you can use your elbows, that's okay. But if you do use your elbows, as you inhale, press into your elbows. As you exhale, see if you can release a little. Just work with your breath. If you can open it out, open it out. If you're back here, you'll need to bring your hands behind to forward tilt. If you're forward, you can lean forward. It's a simple flow of breath once again. Connecting with the Mula Bandha as you exhale, gently fan the lower belly. As you inhale, feel the length up the spine. At the end of the next exhale, we'll lift. You might choose a half vinyasa or cross. Left leg in front this time. Or the opposite to last time. Option to lift, forward fold, or half vinyasa. We'll come through to sitting. Cross legs. Or on the knees. From here, we're going to lay it back. Placing the feet flat on the floor. Preferably with your feet, bring them a bit closer in. You don't want them squished right in, but just bring them closer in. and hip width apart and parallel. So no turning out. They might do that unwillingly, and that's okay, but if you can, turn them in. Let's reach the hands up toward the ceiling and gently press the lower back down into the floor. As you're ready, lift the tailbone, lift the hips, pressing through the balls of the feet, pressing into the feet, through the heels as well. You might stay there, or you could interlace. And we'll come down. Option to go up, one more time. Option to go up one more time. So as you lift, you could go straight to interlace. If you prefer the hands up, do that one. Or you could push it up onto the toes, pressing palms into floor. It's also an option. If your hips are high enough, then you might bring the hands under the hips. But again, optional. And one of my favorite aspects of teaching is to make yoga about the individual body rather than thinking that your body has to fit into a pose. Think of the pose having to fit into your body. So if it doesn't fit, you can't wear it. We're going to see about coming to sitting. So either rolling to the side or rocking up to sitting. We're going to take it again back to downward dog. Those of you who haven't taken it back to downward dog, you can just tuck your feet to the side, take it back, or once again, rolling over the knees. Your choice if you want to lower into a vinyasa. Remember, you've always got the knee option. Tail pulls back. Half lift option. You don't have to do more. You can stay there. Full lift option. There should never be any strain in the lower back. If there is, stick with the first version. From here, we're going to see about coming onto the knees. And bringing the hands to the hips. With the hands and the hips, we're going to see about leaning back a bit. As we lean back, the body becomes strong. And from there, you might lift the chest. Breath. Stay. If you can get hands to legs, you'll take hands to legs. If you can get hands to feet, you'll take hands to feet. But whatever you do, no strain. Yeah? Less sometimes, or more often than not. Less is more. And then we'll come back up when you're ready. From here, standing up. Let's see about taking the feet hip width apart and holding the legs. It's fine to bend the knees. In fact, I wholeheartedly encourage it. Lifting the upper back, breath in, lift the chest, and we'll forward bend. So bending the knees takes the stress out the back. You want to feel nothing in your back. All the stretch to be felt in the legs. Into the bum, but nothing in the back. If you're feeling it in the back, you need to do less. Maybe you need to bend the knees more. Maybe you need to come higher up the legs. So make sure you're not stressing your back. Your amazing back. We're going to see about coming down into a squat from here. Lift the chest. Toes turn out, squatting down. If squatting doesn't work for you, you can come into a pose of the child, which is big toes touching, knees apart. You can have your arms out in front, or my preference, hands by the heels. If you're in a squat and heels are up, you could reach forward and see about releasing some weight back into those heels. not really a beginner pose, but we like to play with it, is the crow pose. So hands shoulder width apart. We're going to see about lifting up and bringing some weight into those arms. Like we did in our forward forearm balance, we lift the upper back. Draw the lower ribs in so the armpits tighten. And when we've got that support, we might then consider bringing the knees towards the arm. We're looking to get the inner flat bit of the shin onto the arm. Although there are many variations, some people bring the knees either side because they can't quite get them there. It's a bit of an elusive pose for many, this one, but if you can get it, it's fun. It's great for upper body strength too, which is what is very helpful in daily life to maintain a strong body without stress, without strain, which is what we're trying to encourage in the yoga practice. We'll come to sitting. From here, we're going to lay down onto our backs. So you have a choice to either bring the feet together, knees out wide, one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Or if you'd prefer, Viparita Karani, the inverted action pose. All upside down poses are Viparita Karani. And this action is really helpful because it helps the heart to slow down. In turn, the breathing slows down. In turn, we shift into a more meditative space. If you have blocks, you can put them under your hips to raise the hips. Otherwise, on the floor is fine. You might choose to close your eyes and just feel everything slowing down here. From here and lower. If your knees are wide, just draw them in. Let's place the feet flat on the floor once again, hip width apart. Hands reach up. We're going to lift the hips for one breath. So tailbone lift, press through the feet, breathing in. And breathing out. Full breath out. As you exhale, follow the breath deep down into the base of the pelvis. Feel the muscles tighten. And then we'll lower the hips. We're going to draw the knees into the chest now. And with the head, shoulders and hips on the floor, push the knees forward so that your lower back lifts away from the floor. You could run your hand under it. And then we'll come to sitting. So either rolling to your side or rocking up to sitting. With the knees in, I'm going to activate the neck from here. So drawing the chin up, feel the throat pull forward. And then as the chin pulls down, the throat in and up toward the base of the skull. Again, breath in, throat forward, chin up. So we're activating the front and the back of the neck simultaneously. Chin in, throat in, exhale. Cross leg. Coming into a twist. Bringing the fingers to shoulders, we'll turn. Bring left hand across, right hand behind. We're coming into a twist. Bringing fingers to shoulders, and turn. Left hand across, right hand behind. Gently tucking the chin and lifting it toward the right shoulder. So you gently lift the right ear away from the right shoulder. Sitting up tall, check you're not leaning back or slouching. Keep that spine long. At the end of the exhale, we'll look forward and lift the left ear. Breath in and out. At the end of the exhale, see if you can pull the navel in toward the spine. And then relax the belly. Change side. Breath in. Right hand across, left hand behind. Tucking the chin and lifting left ear away from the left shoulder. Once again, checking your alignment. As you exhale, ground your hips. Feel the tailbone tuck under. As you inhale, lengthen up gently. Remember to follow your body. Don't push. Be receptive. At the end of the exhale, we'll look forward, lifting the right ear. Breath in and out, pulling the navel in toward the spine. Let's bring both hands back, grounding the hips. Gently lift, breath in. Only lift the chin as much as your neck is comfortable, no more. If you do have any neck problem, better to move it a little and just to start getting the muscles used to moving again. So when the muscles get used to moving again, they start to relax a bit more. You can go forward more, by all means, forward more. We're going to pull with the hand, draw the chest forward, breath in. And chin in, breath out. Let's come up. Bringing the hands behind, ground the hips, one more lift. Breathing in, chest forward, throat forward, chin up. And then chin in. From here, bring the arms out wide. Stretch the wrists. Just taking the pressure off the wrists by flexing them. The shoulders roll in, but the shoulder blades pull against the back. A little bend in the arms is fine. You don't want it to be too strong, so if it is, just wriggle the fingers a little. And check that your face is soft, your teeth apart slightly, your jaw relaxed. Let's open the palms out over the knees, moving with me. If you need to take extra breaths, do. Breath in and out. We'll bring the backs of the hands together, turn the fingers in and up. Palms together, reach up. Throat forward, chin. And then lower the chin. Bring the backs of the hands together, turning the fingers in and out. One more time, breath in and out. Turning the fingers in and up. Bring the palms together, reach up. Breath in, and as you lower, breath out. Extra breaths if you need. Breath in. Turning the palms down, breath out. And we're sitting quietly for a moment. Shifting the focus from that external effort into that internal space. Just wriggle the toes a little, feeling the space down to the toes. We wriggle the fingers a little, feeling the space through to the fingers. Move the head a little, release the neck. Feeling the breath coming through the nose, into the belly. And out. You might just move your lips a little, soften your jaw. And soften the face, the forehead and the cheek. Allow the shoulders to sink down, your weight down in your hips, your feet, your legs, and then gently lengthen through the spine, supporting a lightness in the position. Breathing into your belly. Sitting quietly. The mind is really active. Just see if you can bring it back to the body. If you'd like to stay in a seated meditation, stay as you are. Or laying back for Savasana. Feet 30 degrees apart. Arms about 30 degrees away from the body. And let a few deeper than normal breaths. As you exhale, letting go. Feeling the heels, the hips, the hands, and the head on the floor. Feel the breath coming into the belly. Letting go a little more. Allow your awareness to sink down inside. And let go. As soon as you notice the busyness come back, just shift your awareness back to relaxation, allowing your body to relax. Once you bring your awareness back, just bend up the knees and roll over onto your side for a moment before coming to sitting. If you'd like to, bring the hands together in a yogic gesture. This is a peace gesture, allowing us to come to that inner space and connecting with those around us in a space of love and compassion and presence. Bringing the hands to the forehead, to the lips, and to the heart. Namaste.